What's up, everybody? Welcome back to episode 4 of the Hogline Podcast. I am your host, Mitchell Manis. Today I am joined by two special guests, Jack Manis, a returning guest on the show from episode 2.
Yo, what's up?
Oh, God, all right. And a new guest on the show, Tyler Brackman.
Thanks for having me.
Never mind.
All right, then. Jack's a little giddy today. What?
I think you said nude guest.
Well, we are not nude for the record here.
Putting that out there.
We have a lot to get into today. Pretty heavy episode today. First off, we're going to start out with, I know we're a little behind this. We haven't released an episode in a week, but we're going to talk about Demarcus Cousins because we haven't discussed that yet.
Big news.
Big news.
Big nudes.
Not big nudes, big news. And we're going to talk a little bit about the Summer League. And then we're going to get into the World Cup, our thoughts on the game that already happened, and we're going to preview the games that are still to come. After that, we're going to briefly talk about the NHL, a couple signings there. And then at the end, to close the show out, we're going to do a little fantasy football segment to close the show out like I did in episode 3.
Should be fun.
Should be.
Should be. Probably will be.
Make sure to check out the Patreon at Hogline Podcast.
Yeah, we're working on that Patreon, right? All right, so let's get into it. Demarcus Cousins signs with the Golden State Warriors.
I love it. It's great for basketball.
1 year, 5.3 million, I believe it was. Shocking.
Wow.
Shocking to say the least.
Yeah, definitely a shocking notification.
Why do you think he did it?
Get a ring? I mean, I'm sure that
The simplest answer is usually the correct answer.
Get a ring?
I'm sure that's definitely part of it. But a lot of teams probably weren't going after him because of the Achilles injury. And
Yeah, I know, but I think he had.
He had the Pelicans offer 2 years, $40 million.
Yeah, it was
Wow.
It was like
Wow.
20. He definitely.
He turned down. He chose an eighth of that, a quarter of
An
that
eighth?
yearly, $5 million to $40 million. But
Okay,
I mean,
yeah.
yearly he turned down. He agreed to a fourth of that, which is
He definitely left a lot of money on the table, and probably to ring chase.
Yeah.
But like at the end of the day,
Only one.
like when his
deal.
legacy shows he has a ring, like how much I'm not gonna credit him that much. Like I can join the Warriors and get a ring. Like it's just it doesn't mean much in my opinion. I don't think as his legacy goes down, he has a ring. Like big deal, whatever. Like you're on the Warriors, the best team of all time.
Yeah, arguably.
Fair
for
point. Fair point. DeMarcus Cousins is a 25-13 player, all-star, multiple-time all-star,
And
5-time all-star.
No, sorry. 25, 13, and 5.
Whatever. He's gotten
It's impressive
25
for a big man to average 5 assists a game.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I forgot. I didn't know what you meant there. 5 assists.
Yeah.
Will he be the same player?
No.
Obviously, time will tell, but
His stats will go down.
His stats will go down from being on the Warriors, and I think the Achilles injury, he'll lose a lot of burst.
yeah, I mean, he's a big guy, and an Achilles
300
injury
pounds.
is gonna, be devastating for any player, any professional athlete, any person that relies on their body, their livelihood. So
He's just gonna rest the playoffs. It doesn't
Yeah, that's
matter,
true.
Really.
And yeah,
I don't know about the playoffs. I think he'll get some run in the regular season, but
They don't need to.
Yeah, they won't need him for the regular season, which is also probably a good reason why he signed there, because he knew he didn't have to be there.
injury aside, do you think his personality will fit in with the
Yeah.
Warriors?
How many technicals are they gonna get this year?
I know. Kevin Durant's technical shot up when he went to the Warriors.
Draymond
Yeah,
leads the.
true.
I don't know if he leads the league.
No,
He
yeah,
probably
obviously.
does. I think that don't Draymond and KD lead the league, and then I think they have the 3
Really?
league leaders, and I'll look it up right now.
Wow, that's ridiculous.
3 league leaders.
I
in
think it
technical
works
fouls.
just because he's like the tough guy now, and Steph Curry's getting beaten up, and he'll
I
be there
think-
to defend him.
The fact that, because I think on maybe the second or third episode, I don't really know, one before that he signed, I said that he won't go to the Lakers or won't go to like a team because he'll have to take a pay cut. Like I'm just in my mind, I thought he was like an egotistical player and he's gonna just go get his money and that's really all he
Like
cares
a
about.
one-year deal or something.
So the fact that he signed for that little just I think proves to me that he is willing to sacrifice and willing to, obviously he knows the situation he's going into. He's playing with 4 other All-Stars. So I think the fact that he took that small contract proves that he is at least somewhat ready to set his ego aside and take lesser of a role. He has to, obviously. It won't
Yeah.
work if he doesn't.
Yeah, I saw. So Cousins had only 9 technicals last year, which I thought was like good behavior
It's
last
getting
year.
doubled.
those
It's
games.
getting doubled.
No. But he only played half
Oh,
the
yeah.
year. He played 48 games,
And
and
so who
Draymond led or second in the league with 15. Durant with 14 next.
Dwight Howard had the
Yeah, not
most?
Dwight Howard,
What?
17 technicals.
Wow.
Wait,
Awesome.
so what were Draymond and Kitty were what in the league?
Draymond was second at 15. KD was tied for third at 14.
Okay. Yeah, they could have 3 in the top 5 with technicals. Wow. That's pretty crazy. So what do you think? I mean, obviously the obvious answer is that the rich get richer, the Warriors get better.
Mm-hmm.
What, in the overall grand scheme, is the impact on the league with this signing?
It's not good.
It's not good, but it's an upgrade from JaVale McGee, but really, will it? I don't know. Will it? Really,
I guess it really hasn't. It doesn't change much.
I don't think it changes that. I mean, it helps. Yes, it helps, but I don't think it is helping as much as people
They're
say
already
it
the
is.
favorites coming in. I think they're just
The
even
overwhelming
a little,
favorites.
Yeah, even like just slightly more favorites. What can you say? But I don't know.
Yeah. Any chance of Lakers to do anything?
No,
The new look
I don't
Lakers.
think so.
New look Lakers.
Yeah, it's a shame. I wanted to see LeBron go somewhere. It'll be entertaining to watch him in LA, but
They're just waiting for next year's free
yeah,
agency
and that's
class.
just I don't know. Who
We'll
knows?
see.
Maybe he'll will him to another finals and lose.
No
that
way.
would be
No.
Not
that
in the
would be-
West. If this team was in the East, they could happen, but not in the West.
yeah, no chance. But would be
I know-
quite the
It could be like a
storyline.
top 4 seed, but
I think I said this last episode, but I think if I had to give a seed prediction, I'd say the Lakers are 5th. I think I had them 5th. I don't know. Because I don't know. LeBron, he doesn't really
He'll
try
get
in the
them,
regular
though.
season.
then they're gonna be a top 3 seed. I'll bet anyone right now.
Top 3 seed.
I have it too.
Jack's a huge Thunder
Wow.
fan. Not really, he doesn't have a favorite NBA team, but
I
he's
think
very
the
pro
Thunder.
Thunder.
I think the Thunder will be good
Now that
next year.
Carmelo's gonna be gone,
That's true. I kind of forgot about that.
and they're getting Robertson back.
Yeah.
Roberson. I don't know how to say it.
Andre
Was he on the
Roberson?
team last year?
Roberson?
He was injured all year, but he's such a
okay.
good
He's
defensive
yeah,
player.
defensive
They
player.
re-signed Jeremy Grant, another good defender, and they signed Nerlens Noel, reigning MVP. So I mean, they got some pieces.
That's a good defensive squad. Paul George is a good.
that's
That's
true.
they could.
They're starting Russ.
Yeah.
Russ is a good defender. Paul George, and then you got Roberson. Jeremy Grant probably won't start. He's a good role player off the bench. I like Jeremy Grant, and then Steven Adams. So, I mean,
Yeah, I love Steven Adams. He's
Paul
such a
George
cool
and Russ
looking
is
guy.
a good combo, and
he
people
works well with
overlook it.
Russ.
Yeah.
Yeah, Robertson doesn't really give much in the offensive end, but
Oh no, he can't
Yeah,
make a free throw. For his
I
life,
know he doesn't
but
get much in the offense end, but
he's gonna give help so tremendously defensively next year, which I'm.
I would
stoked
just
about.
like to see OKC do better for Russ's sake, just because he gets killed by so many different analysts because he can't win in the playoffs, or
Yeah.
they say he's just not that efficient of a player. But he's just so incredible as an athlete.
yeah. I mean, I think we're all rooting for the Thunder to do well. I mean, I certainly don't have a problem with them, and anyone but the Warriors. Honestly, at this point,
Yeah.
Something different.
I know we're one last thing we'll talk about this with the NBA, but if LeBron went to the Rockets, like I said, he should have gone to the Rockets. What do you? I know this is a hypothetical situation, but what would you think of that? Who would win that? LeBron on the Rockets or the Warriors?
I think I love LeBron. I think he would just mess it up.
Really?
It's just he's an ISO player. James Harden's an ISO player. Yeah, Chris Paul's a true point guard. I mean, they have a great coaching staff and they're a great system, but I think just they're at their peak right now. At
I agree.
Demarcus Cousins' Warriors team, they took him to 7. They didn't need LeBron.
That's just so sad. A team can take
Yeah,
the Warriors to
that is.
7,
That
and then they
is.
can
And then-
add the best player in the world, and they still won't win. Probably.
they can't get much better. I don't know. I might be
They
wrong,
could, but if they added LeBron, they would have had to blow up the whole team and chemistry and different problems. along
right,
the
like
way.
they ruin chemistry. It's like
Lack
another
depth-
reason why.
lack depth
Another
problems.
reason
Mhm.
why I don't think the Celtics should do anything in the offseason, which it looks like they're not.
They
Like,
already did lose. They lost Trevor Ariza to the Suns, the Rockets, so they're already losing depth,
Right.
even without
Mhm.
getting a big
just
game
like
guy.
the Rockets and the Celtics. The top of their Celtics the second seed, but top of their conferences this year the Celtics will be, and they just shouldn't mess up their chemistry.
So, do you think the Rockets will be better than LA, the Lakers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that 1-2, then the Lakers.
No. Warriors 1, Thunder 2. Rock.
All right.
I said
okay,
Thunder
okay.
2, Rockets 3, and then the rest doesn't matter.
Celtics in 4. That's all we're gonna say. We're gonna leave it at Celtics in 4, and they're beating the Warriors.
Sure.
We're gonna switch gears. We're gonna talk about the NBA Summer League. I know these guys really haven't watched much of it, but I know.
Moss.
Yeah, he went off
40
right.
bomb.
Yeah.
8 threes. I think he shot.
Honestly, if Korkmaz can score 40 and LeBron can only average like 34 in the finals, like, who's better?
Honestly, when you're putting two players next to each other.
I think. Well, you guys saw the Trae Young and Grayson Allen go at it.
Team Grayson.
Jack is he's a big Grayson Allen fan.
I am.
Are you really?
Yeah.
You would be. Man.
Disrespected.
I don't know.
He made Jason Tatum the player he is today.
Oh my god.
A quick word on Trae Young. I started off the year of college just fascinated by him. I was really like, oh man, Trae Young, he's gonna be great in the NBA. He's popping all the threes, but then as the season went on and he got a little worse, I just shifted my whole mentality on him. I just thought
he stopped passing the ball as much, and I think that's one of the reasons why
in college.
in college in the second half of his year.
He still led the NBA in assists, but
he did. Yeah.
He's playing terrible. Shooting terrible. I'll just put it at that. In summer league,
I don't know. I just see that continuing in the NBA. I just think he's gonna keep.
It might continue, but for assists, he's blowing everyone out of the water for assists. For the summer league so far, he's averaging 11 assists a game. Next guy's averaging like 7. Like so maybe that'll be his role on a team that doesn't have scorers on the Hawks. So that's gonna be not good. I don't know. I like Trae Young. I think
I'm rooting for him.
I'm rooting for him. I think that he's.
I'm not rooting against him, but I just don't. I don't know. I don't see it working out.
Yeah, there's a good chance. He's very thin. He's not he's still a big boy. I think he's like 6'3", but
yeah, and
he's not built.
He's not a great defender. He's small.
Yeah.
He's like our height, and I don't know.
Hawks are gonna regret that trade they did.
You think so?
Got rid of Luka Doncic.
They could, because Luka Doncic seems like a pretty.
I don't think Trae Young is gonna be your franchise guy on a team like by himself. Like
I see that. Maybe it's like a number 2. If he pans out.
I think he could be a number 1, but he would need like Curry has a Klay Thompson. Like that's how they brought up together. Like he would need a player like that in order to thrive in the NBA. Because I think that's his comparison, Steph Curry, and people think like blow that off, but I agree. I think that he is really similar to Steph Curry, and I think that if he was put. Like, if you put him on the Warriors, like, put him in the same situation Steph Curry was, I'm not going to say he's just going to be like him, but, like, similar. I think that he was not going to be Steph Curry's the greatest shooter of all time, but, yeah.
He wouldn't have been where he was right now without Klay and Draymond.
And Steve Kerr. Steve Kerr did a number for Steph's career.
That is true.
That's true. Another thing, I think, the Kings and the Suns played last night, and Marvin Bagley, I think, had 15 points and, like, 7 rebounds, and Ayton had... like 21 and 12, 21 and 12 or something like that.
I didn't realize they went to the same high school, or they played on the same high school team.
Did it?
Yeah, isn't that
Bagley
nuts?
and
I don't know about that. They're definitely both from Arizona though. So
Ben Simmons, D'Angelo Russell played high school together.
Yeah. So do you think the Kings and Suns have any? I'm not saying they're making the playoffs, but is there any chance of them going in the right direction with these 2 picks and turning it around?
Suns yes, Kings no.
Why?
Because I like the Suns team right now. Devin Booker, I saw it a million times in the past 2 days. He just signed a big contract, 5 years, $158 million. I think he could be a star, and I think DeAndre Ayton can too. And they got good role players. I like Josh Jackson a lot. I think that last year,
Mikal Bridges.
He didn't have.
And I love Mikal Bridges as his. Mikal Bridges isn't going to be your go-to guy, but in a couple years, like he's going to. Yeah, he's a spot shooter, good defender. He's gonna a couple years for the Suns, like he can be their 3rd, 4th best player, which that's gonna be a good role for him. Then in the West, it's gonna be hard to make noise, but like maybe when these guys hit their prime and they're like 30 years old, the Warriors will I hope they're gonna be done by then. And yeah, I mean maybe they can make noise then. But I like but then the Kings what has happened? The Kings have had at least a top 10 pick, like top 5 pick since like 2010, and they have done nothing. Like It's just a terrible organization.
At some point, you got to think it turns around, though.
At some point, you put a monkey in front of a typewriter and something will happen. He'll write something eventually.
Not in the West.
Maybe if Bagley's good, then you never know. But
I've always
right
been,
now
I've been a De'Aaron Fox fan. I hope he does well. So.
Is he playing in the?
No, he played last year. I think he averaged I don't know his exact numbers, but I think he maybe 10 points last year. It was he started and did
On the Kings. Wait, who are you talking about?
De'Aaron Fox, Kings.
Oh, okay,
yeah. So I'm always rooting for the guy. That'll be it for the NBA talk today, and we're gonna switch gears and we're going to talk about the World Cup. I talked about it for a little bit last episode, and I raved about how exciting it was, and it honestly did not disappoint since then. There's been many great games since then we're going to get into. Jack, thanks a lot for that.
I mean, it's been so exciting. I saw some statistics saying that half the world has tuned in to at least watch one game, which is unbelievable to
4
think.
billion people.
Yeah, nearly. I think it was 3
now?
point something, but yeah, it's so cool to be able to watch something where the whole world is watching, and it's just there's so much going on, and there's so many storylines, and
I just can't. I'm looking forward. Wait, it's in December in 2022.
That's
Never
weird.
got-
How's it
oh
gonna work?
really?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's in November. It's starting end in November, and it's gonna end in December because it's in Qatar.
Dude, that's gonna be so hot
Kieran,
for the players.
No, but Kieran showed me what they're building for that. It's cool.
Yeah, but people are dying by building these things.
Yeah, some people.
Still
workers
cool.
have died. It's still cool. Oh my gosh.
No, yeah, they're having the winter time because in the summer there it's 125, and then in the winter it's still 90 degrees. So it's still gonna be burning hot, but at least it's not. At least if they die, they would probably die of heat exhaustion if they played 120.
A lot of FIFA fans that were killing FIFA because they took a ton of money to put the World Cup in Qatar.
Yeah,
and,
it's gonna be. I don't know. I'm
it'll be
more.
interesting.
I'm more inclined to watch in the summer because there's nothing going on and football's. But I mean, I'm still
Agreed.
gonna watch obviously in the winter time when it's in 2022.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm more I hate how I have to usually most people have to work during the games.
That's
There's in the
true.
middle of the day and 2026 when they're in the U.S. and obviously that'll be amazing. But there'll be times where we can watch it. Exactly.
You're unemployed then. Doesn't matter.
I'm gonna be unemployed then. Thanks.
No, we'll be getting all your money from the Hogline podcast.
Yeah, it's your full-time job.
Yeah. If they donate to Patreon, right?
Should smash that like button.
Absolutely destroy, murder that like button.
All right, so we're gonna talk about a few exciting games that we thought were just a few of the best in the World Cup so far. Belgium, Japan. I watched this whole game, and it was exciting from start to finish. I think
thrilling.
it was a scoreless first half.
Uh-huh.
Then 5 goals in the second half,
yeah.
and the first 2 by Japan in the first 20 minutes of the second half, and it was crazy.
Yeah, it was. To think a team could come back from 2-0, it's just really tough in soccer. And
In the 66th minute, I think
Belgium
it was still 2-0,
Yeah,
right?
they have less than 30 minutes or less to do it.
That's why they're my favorite. I just think a game like that proves that they've got the firepower to, go against anybody. And
Top 3 players in Belgium.
top 3 players on Belgium would be Lukaku's played really well, De Bruyne, and
Hazard.
Hazard is awesome.
Who's that?
And their goalies, Courtois, is also very good.
These are just noises to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're crazy names.
Yeah.
But they're probably my favorite right now.
Yeah, imagine if Japan won that game.
I
No one had them.
Oh my gosh.
Just the fact that they got that was the round of 16 game, right? Belgium Japan. Yeah, it was because they played Brazil in the quarterfinals. Just to get out of the group stage is huge for Japan.
Yeah.
You
They've
know,
really been down in the dumps since World War II.
jeez. Yeah, and then to transition, Belgium had another exciting game versus Brazil. They in the quarterfinals. I think Belgium went up 2-0 in that one, and then Brazil made it close at the end, made it 2-1. So I didn't get to watch. I watched the beginning of that game, and I had to leave for work, sadly, in the second half. But another great game there. I mean, Belgium's rolling. They're on fire.
They are. I love all the Neymar memes as well of him rolling around on the ground.
I have saw them.
That one play, I think in particular,
was
where he was in the
ridiculous,
in the box, he just as an athlete, you've got to want those opportunities to take the shot, and he's just more inclined to fall on the ground and try and get the call.
I was thinking wasn't the one on the sideline. You remember it was like on the sideline that was more dramatic, not the box. But there was one on the sideline. He like rolled for like 8 feet.
Oh yeah.
And they made like that. Do you see the commercial for it? They
made
a
commercial already.
No, it was no, not that specifically, but like I don't.
Just like rolling on the ground.
Maybe it was like a Mexican commercial because like they played Mexico in the game they was rolling around.
Yeah.
They did a commercial where
like every game. Let's
like there was the soccer player who just kept rolling and rolling and rolling. It was so funny. They were kind of making fun of him.
It ruins the game, and it's just that's why I hate seeing it. But it's a part of the game now. You're trying to draw calls. It's in every sport.
I know. It's so dramatic, especially when you see it in slow motion.
Yeah.
Every sport. Probably is. Not baseball. Not at baseball. You can't draw calls.
Yeah.
You're talking about just flopping in general?
Yeah, flopping, trying to get a call.
Honestly,
golf.
This might be a hot take.
Go ahead.
There's no shame in flopping.
There's
no shame.
There's some shame, but every great player has to know how to do it.
I think
especially in today's game.
if you can do it and you can do it well, I think that's an art, and I think
it's definitely part of your game. Like guys who get to the free throw line and
intramural basketball in like 9th grade, I made a living of just like selling every call, and people got so mad at me. But I don't know. I don't know if that's a hot take or anything, but I don't really see any. I don't know. I'm a fan of flopping. Sorry, I said it.
There you go. Hot take.
And in the final game, I honestly only got to see the very end when it went to penalty kicks. But Russia versus Croatia, the last
game.
Yeah.
When Russia scored the first goal of the game, it was 1-0. That stadium went insane because it was just filled with so many Russian fans.
It's there.
And oh my gosh, like the second goal of the game, Croatia scored it 1-1.
So it was 1-1 going into overtime.
Yeah, going into overtime, and then Croatia scored in the first half of the overtime, and then Russia scored in the other half. And it was just so entertaining.
I saw the replay of that one where it was like a header, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I think Russia scored on a header to tie it up at the very end of the game. But yeah, it came to free kicks, and it's never fun, but I think Croatia deserved to win the game, and they won it. So, it is what it is. Russia.
If I'm not mistaken, they're not supposed to go as far, right?
Croatia? Yeah, they're a bit of a surprise.
But they sucked.
They're not bad, but I don't think they were supposed to be to the semifinals.
Yeah, I mean, that's why to me the two games right now in the semifinals are France against Belgium and then Croatia England. And to me, whoever wins France Belgium should win it all.
Are they the better teams?
Yeah,
probably.
Yeah, I would say
Croatia are the worst.
I would say Croatia's probably recognized as the worst. England third. Then it's whoever you like, France or Belgium. Mbappe is insane for France.
Yeah, it's crazy. So
don't you think it would be awesome though if it was France England? That'd be a crazy final. Like just
if Belgium
goes
makes the
way
final?
back.
Wait, when are these games?
I don't know.
No, you're not going to be able to watch the final. Because you'll be.
Yeah. I want to throw a waffle party for Belgium. I would have done it.
France Belgium is Tuesday.
BYOT, bring your own toaster.
France Belgium is on Tuesday at 2:00, and Croatia and England's at 2:00 on Wednesday, and then.
Wait, Tuesday?
Tuesday and Wednesday are semifinal games, and then the
for Tuesday.
Yeah, I can watch. I think all of that. I work at 4, so I think I can pretty much. Well, I'll maybe be like racing to work.
What time is the game on Tuesday?
2.
Oh, you work?
I'm working, but I've been able to watch some of the games.
No, I'm talking about my waffle party.
Waffle party. Yeah, sorry, man, can't come.
Yeah, and then the finals are on Sunday.
Yeah.
So
all right.
Yeah.
What time Sunday? Noon.
I think it's either 10 or 11. I'm kind of confused. I don't really know when.
A lot of the games have been around like 10 to 2.
Yeah, man. I can't wait till they're actually like legit times, like at nighttime, like for us. Yeah. And then I don't know what time zone Qatar's in, but
not ours.
It's not ours. Yeah,
it's still gonna be early, but I'm looking forward. You needed another reason to look forward to the 2026 World Cup, just besides the fact that it's here. Just we'll be able to actually watch the games and
Where
not
is
be at
it?
work.
Yeah, at the
In here.
That's on.
Here.
I think isn't it just random places all over the
10
country?
games will be in Canada, 10 will be in
Oh yeah,
Mexico.
it's all North America.
Yeah, and then we get I think 60 games. So there's
Oh.
definitely going to be one in Philly. There's going to
Well, the
the
final-
finals in MetLife.
Yeah.
So it'll be in New York.
That's so weird.
That is
I know,
weird.
right?
I can't picture that.
Yeah.
I don't like that we get an automatic bid, but I mean it makes sense.
Dude, I'll take it.
I'll take it. We need it.
Business-wise,
Believe
like
me, we need it.
there's going to be a if US
Yeah.
US isn't in it, it's just not going to be as much as a
It
big
would
Oh,
be
yeah.
such less of a
business-wise.
draw.
Yeah,
No, yeah.
Like,
Definitely.
it's
Yeah.
lame though.
It's gonna be great. Who do you guys have winning it all, if you have to say a team?
Belgium. I think they've got the star power. They've had that game against Japan, which proves to me that they're ready to win.
Yeah, they probably got their worst
Yeah.
game out of it, maybe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I
So-
just think that all around signs point to them or France. Again, whoever wins this game coming up, I think should win it all.
I'm taking Belgium for the sake of my waffle party, and same reason for that. One of the only games I saw the World Cup was when they played Japan. It was pretty cool. So yeah, and Charlie would win the pool.
That's the reason why I like Japan. Belgium. Yeah,
Yeah,
that'd be
that'd be
pretty cool. All right, so we are going to shift gears again, and we're going to briefly talk about the NHL.
You gotta slide that in there.
Gotta
a little
slide
bit
it in.
of
Gotta-
the NHL stuff. I'm sure all you NHL fans know. JT John Tavares moving from the island and going to Toronto,
His hometown.
going to become a Maple Leaf. It's a big news story for the NHL. Not every day you see young superstars not trading teams, but signing
Yeah, there's obviously more loyalty in the NHL than the NBA.
Yeah, for sure. Usually, if you're a superstar and you get drafted, you're likely to sign back with that team. But John Tavares, taking matters into his own hands, going to Toronto. They're a pretty stacked team already. He's going to make them even better.
Didn't they, after he signed, didn't they have the best odds to win it all?
Yeah, I think I saw that. Yeah, and I
Definitely a big jump, obviously, when you get a top 10 player arguably in the NHL.
they
so.
made the playoffs last year. They were in Game 7 in the first round. I don't know. It's going to be interesting.
I don't
to
know
see
if
what
you know, but
happens.
I don't know anything about the NHL
Yeah.
salary cap or whatever, but
Mhm.
I assume Austin Matthews is still on a rookie deal.
Yeah, a
So-
lot of the guys they have in Toronto were drafted in the last 2 to 3, 4 years, so they're still on rookie deals.
They got to win it. They
They-
got to make that push now.
Oh yeah, I would
right?
say
So-
their best chances with the salary cap and everything would be to win in the next 2 to 3 years. But you never know. I mean, they might be able to keep everybody, which would be insane.
Yeah, as we see with Boogie Cousins, anything can happen. Players can take major pay cuts.
Honestly, it's becoming more of a thing in sports. I feel like just picking up and going to win a championship, and
I know I really
I
don't
can't
want.
blame the players because
I know, right? I don't want to speak on behalf of the players because they're in different life positions than we are. But I feel like if I'm already set for life and I have millions of dollars, and you don't have any championships, why wouldn't you ring chase and take pay cuts?
Yeah.
Not
Yeah, for
flat
sure.
out join the Warriors, but
Uh-huh.
maybe make it join the Rockets maybe or something. I don't know. Make it
Take
like
a
that,
pay cut.
or in football
Uh-huh.
I feel like if you're a Patriots player and you have your money, that's why I have respect for Tom Brady because he's never
Yeah.
been the highest paid quarterback in ML, and he just takes pay cuts. And I know it's
Yeah.
annoying as a Steelers fan, but you got to respect a player taking pay cuts like that.
Doesn't hurt to be married to Giselle as well. I'm sure she's funding him pretty well.
Yeah,
She supports his Patreon.
yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, I mean, wow. Yeah, I know. We don't have really much else to say about the NHL. Not else.
Had to
besides-
slide it in there. Had to though.
Yeah, we had to give
Branch out.
Yeah.
JT a little bit of the talk there.
Let's throw baseball in here.
Baseball? No, we don't make any promises we can't keep here. Pirates are terrible. That's all you need to know about baseball right
Phillies
now.
are good,
Beat
but
the Phillies today,
they did. Yeah.
Yeah, but they beat us 2 out of 3. So
and they beat us 17-4 on Friday. night.
Oh,
yeah,
how does that happen?
I turned it on. It was 6-4 Phillies. I'm like, all right, maybe the Pirates have a chance. And then all of a sudden it's 9-4, 10-4, 14-4. I'm like, oh, this is getting out of hand. Okay, so we are going to move on to our final segment today. It is a fantasy football player debate. All three of us play in the same 3 leagues.
Yep.
Yeah.
We're in 3 separate leagues, 1 dynasty, 2 redrafts.
And yeah, we're pretty into fantasy football, as you can tell. And today we have three sets of players that we're going to debate, and they're all going around similar draft positions in mock drafts, and they're going around. So if you have a draft, they'll probably be going around the same time, barring any injuries or anything of that nature. So, and we're just going to get into it. So the first two players, the question is, which one would you rather have, Devontae Freeman or Jordan Howard, for the 2018 fantasy football season?
Should also put this out there. This is non-PPR.
Non-PPR. We are not PPR people.
Not yet, at least.
What do you mean not yet?
Tyler, what are you hitting at here?
way.
I would like to eventually
No way.
move to at least one league being PPR.
I'll drop out.
I think maybe down the
Or
line.
half point PPR.
No, why? What's the benefit of PPR?
Maybe if Chump's like,
I think it shows
something
value in being able to possess the ball multiple times a game. Like if a wide receiver gets 10 catches, I think that's really
they're getting the
impressive.
points for the yard. What do they catch it for a negative 7-yard reception? They still get positive points for that.
I'm not every play goes back 7 yards, but I don't know.
They still get points for that.
They do.
That shouldn't happen.
maybe. All right.
There's a detriment to your offense, and you still get fantasy points for that. That does not make sense at all.
Guys, we haven't even got to the player debate yet.
That's
We're
true.
already arguing
This
on
is
PPR
gonna
here.
get heated. Oh my god.
Maybe one day if one of the like Chumps maybe falls.
That's
in
what
the,
Ryan was saying.
Yeah, and maybe, and then we do one extra league, Maybe. I'm just saying. I'm definitely not on the PPR train. Don't write me down there.
Just spitball.
Just spitballing ideas. So anyway, Devontae Freeman, Jordan Howard. Jack, who you picking?
Jordan Howard.
Why?
Yeah, go ahead. Why?
I hate Devonta Freeman.
Well,
He's
okay.
up there with my least favorite athletes right now.
I mean, remove
Bit
bias.
harsh, bit
Look
harsh.
at the season and
Well, look at
give
the
me
season.
concrete
All right.
proof.
Reason
why.
I don't like him: Falcons are a terrible organization that can't use him right. He's had 3 concussions his career. He's injury-riddled career, and I think Tevin Coleman is a flat-out better back. Tevin Coleman's a bigger guy. I think he's like 6'1". Devonta Freeman's only like 5'8". Like
He's a small boy.
yeah. I just don't
Short
think
boy.
he's
But he
too
runs
small.
tough though for his size.
Oh, he does.
Yeah, that's why he's injury prone, and I don't think his career isn't gonna last very long. But in just in regards to I don't know, just in regards to next year though, like the Falcons, they disappoint. They started 2 years ago in the Super Bowl, obviously, and then last year I think they disappointed because they came off with the reigning MVP of their team, and then
Yeah, but they lost their offensive coordinator in the second year of their offense. Now, like last year, they had a new offensive coordinator, and now they're in the second year of that offense. And you look at statistics; teams usually improve when they have the second year of a new offensive coordinator.
yeah, but
Numbers tend to go
Look at
up.
Doug Peterson.
Yeah, look at Doug Peterson. I'm telling you, there's multiple there's multiple examples of teams improving in the second year of a new system.
Yeah, but just disregard the system. I just think that Tevin Coleman is more talented than Devonta Freeman. I think he's gonna take away more carries this year. Tevin Coleman I don't think he's that much younger. He's probably like 2 years younger. I just think he's gonna get more and more of a role in that offense.
It's the last year of his deal, so they could do it to
Coleman
bump up
or
his value.
Freeman?
Coleman's last
Right.
signed year in Atlanta, so they might. It's possible they use him more just to up his trade value and then get rid of him at the deadline. But I would choose Devonta Freeman over Jordan Howard.
Oh, I love Jordan. I didn't talk about Jordan Howard. Keep going. I didn't talk about Jordan Howard though.
Oh, okay. Well, just kind of for the same reasons. I think Tariq Cohen, he could potentially take some touches away from Jordan Howard.
Yeah, I think people make too much of a big deal about Tariq Cohen's rookie year. He did have a good year, but it's not like he had a spectacular year.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, he definitely is. He's got a talent. He's got a skill set that could be utilized great.
Is he
and
more
could
of a
take touches away from Howard.
Special teams guy.
He had
Like a receiving-
Not more of. He is a special teams guy too.
He's talk about
He's good
small.
at
He's
it, yeah.
smaller
He's
than
like
Freeman.
5'6"
he's
or
small.
something.
Yeah.
Like that. He's like Ray Rice.
But
Darren
yeah,
Sproles.
Darren
Darren
Sproles.
Sproles.
Yeah.
I can't. What do you think he's gonna do this year?
Who?
Darren
Sproles?
Sproles, yeah.
Oh,
He's coming back, right?
He's coming back, which as an Eagles fan, I love Darren Sproles, but coming off a play where you broke your arm and tore your ACL, I don't know. Like, that's just got to be crazy. Like, I don't know how he's going to come back. He's a very old boy,
yeah. What is he, like 34?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Well, if Tariq Cohen can reach Darren Sproles, I would say that'd be a very good.
Yeah,
if he
no,
can
that'd be
reach peak
awesome.
Darren Sproles, I think that'd be a good year for Tariq Cohen.
Yeah.
I am picking Devontae Freeman. I think he will have more. I know Coleman's the passing down back, but I think he will have more receptions, more action in the passing game than Jordan Howard. Jordan Howard, they're not really thrilled with his
No, he's not
catching.
a pass catcher at all.
I know, but that kind of makes you predictable in a way. When he's on the field, they know they're gonna run.
No, but they're gonna. I thought I heard they're gonna run more like put both of them out on the field, Cohen and Jordan Howard, and talking about defense and don't know what they're gonna do. They got Howard out there, but now they got Allen Robinson out in the whatever as a receiver they got to worry about, and they also have Trey Burton to worry about, and so the
You
Bears
don't
are
think
getting.
the Falcons have offensive weapons too, with Julio Jones?
I hate Julio, you know that. I think
Come on. Oh
he
my
3
God.
touchdowns last year. He's inconsistent. He really, I mean, yeah, he'll go for 300 yards in one game, but then the next week he'll have like 27 yards. Like
That's a little bit of an exaggeration.
it's happened. You could check it, but
Yeah, I'm not a big Julio truther in a way, but I think I don't know. He's not as bad as you say he is.
He's definitely like those games. He only has 27 yards, which there's not many of them. He's a beast. He's a beast. Let's be honest.
I'm gonna pull this game.
But
up.
he definitely makes an impact for the Falcons every game because every team coming in wants to stop him.
That's
Julio
true. Even if he's
Jones.
not making a big impact on the stat sheet,
Yeah,
he
then maybe he's
draws
doubled.
attention.
Yeah.
He draws attention.
Mhm.
While you're looking up the stats, Jack, we're gonna move on to the next one. It is Larry Fitzgerald versus Demarcus Thomas. They're both going around the
Dude,
same.
look, sorry. 253 yards. Next week, 24 yards. That's literally what I just said.
Okay.
In weeks 12 to 13 last year.
That's 1 week.
Did they
Jack.
win that next game after the
No, Big L.
Big L?
Not Big L, 9 to 14, but it's still a loss.
I guess he could have. Now you know what? Nobody's
Yeah.
perfect. Julio is a great wide receiver, not perfect.
108 yards, 91 yards, 30 yards. Like, he just drops some eggs.
All
Yeah.
right, that's fine. We all know you hate Julio, Jack. Let's move on. Fitzgerald or Thomas? I think I know who you're saying, but
Demarcus Thomas.
Demarius. You picked Demarius?
No.
Yeah.
I would choose Larry
Oh.
Fitzgerald.
yeah, I was gonna say, dude.
I
You
was
could've-
clarifying it was
Michael
Demarcus.
Thomas, yeah.
Um,
Demarius Thomas.
Yeah,
oh,
I
if
just
it's Michael Thomas or Larry Fitzgerald, I'm picking Michael Thomas.
Yeah,
but
I would pick Michael
Picking
Thomas too.
Demarius over both of them.
It's Larry Legend. Can't go wrong. He's had so many great years leading up to this year, and it's been with below average quarterback play. And I hope
It's still, you think
Sam Bradford's gonna-
is an above average
Sam
quarterback?
Bradford is gonna pull his groin doing laundry, and Josh Rosen will be playing by week 3, and he'll have a good chemistry with Larry Fitz.
yeah, I mean, you can't argue history and the facts. Larry
agree.
Fitzgerald is he's not getting any younger, but last year over 100 yards. I hope he had over 100 yards, over 100 receptions, and what do he have, like 1,100 yards or something like that?
How many touchdowns? Like 5?
Still, I mean,
He
that's
had a couple more.
for
He had a
for.
good year.
I think you last year you didn't spend a first or second or third round pick on Larry Fitzgerald. You got him in what, I don't know, 6th, 7th round or whatever.
Yeah.
Talking about redraft
In
league,
redraft,
excuse me. And he just continues to produce value. I think
He's a good number 2 wide receiver,
solid. He's even better.
but if he's your number 1, you probably have wide out problems.
I know.
I can agree with that.
I mean, but Demarcus Thomas is number 1.
But I
I think
think
that's not
Lar-
good
Yeah,
either.
no,
so
no, yeah.
I think
I'm
Demarcus-
just low on Demarcus Thomas, and I know he's had his good seasons. I just think he's past his prime.
wait, I mean,
Younger-
Case
younger
Keenum
Fitzgerald.
doesn't excite me.
Case Keenum excites me a whole lot more than the revolving door
God.
they had in their quarterbacks last year.
Brock Osweiler,
Okay.
Paxton Lynch.
Yeah, right. Those 3 guys.
Oh my God. Could you imagine him?
Those
being
3
drafted
guys,
Carson
and he's
Wentz
still.
Jared Goff that one year? That
Those
just
3
makes
guys
no
and
sense.
Demarius still had close to 1,000 yards last year, and I think he's not gonna. He's no Peyton Manning, whatever Case Keenum, but I mean. Demarius can still put up 1,200 yards and close to double-digit touchdowns. Why not? He had 900.
Nah.
He had
1,200 double. That would be quite the season.
He had
I'd be so
950
impressed
yards
if he did
last year with that quarterback play. And he's only 30 years old. He's not like he's... Larry Fitzgerald's like 35 or 35, I
that.
think.
He's an old boy.
Like, Demarius, you can say he's past his prime. He's still not old, though. He's 30 years old. I think he's 20... No, he's 30. He's 30 right now.
I'm
gonna
telling
turn
you
it
right
around
now,
season,
Jack, Demarcus Thomas is not going to have 1,200 yards and 10 touchdowns. That's not going to happen.
I think it can. And they're improving Royce Freeman's, they're improving their backfield.
Literally take what he's saying with a grain of salt, because he also said that Des Bryant, that he has the potential to be a top 6 wide receiver this season. If he signs with a team. He's not even on a team yet.
Let's sign with a team first.
I stand by that claim, and I will to the grave. I think that he's...
That's delusional.
It's not a debate about Des Bryant. Let's get off it.
True. There's no reason to debate a guy who's not on a team.
Exactly. Not worth our time here on the Hogline Podcast. The last player debate we had is Michael Crabtree and Jordy Nelson. Tyler?
I'd say this is probably the toughest one.
It's pretty close.
I've never been a huge Crabtree fan. He's good. He's definitely got the ability. I just think that there's a reason why John Gruden went out and got Jordy Nelson as soon as he did.
Right,
I think,
literally replacing Crabtree.
Yeah, right away. I know John Gruden loves Jordy Nelson, so I just think from that standpoint, I think Jordy Nelson's just gonna have a better year.
Yeah, I initially wanted to say Crabtree, and I think I still do, but the only thing that's like holding me back from completely going in on Crabtree, I think you still don't know the status of Martavis Bryant. He could be suspended the whole entire year. There's still that thing up in the air with him. So Martavis Bryant, he's on the Raiders.
Okay.
Yeah. So
right.
if he gets suspended the whole year, that's just whatever. How many 60 targets going to other players, right? Mm-hmm. So, and Cooper has never been Amari Cooper has never been known to score that many touchdowns. So Nelson could be the red zone threat in Oakland. But also, I'm saying Crabtree is who does he have competing for targets?
That's true.
Nobody. No one.
Yeah, he really doesn't.
And I know Joe Flacco's you're not getting excited about Joe Flacco, but
Elite.
he's got Willie Snead. Who is his other? Who is he competing with targets with? I don't know. I was on the phone with I think Sibby.
Watson.
Yeah, he's 47 years old.
Yeah.
And I was talking to someone recently, and I'm I couldn't think of another wide receiver on the Ravens for a while, and then I remember Willie Snead, but other than him, I can't think of anyone else.
Even though take the Titans last year though, who was the number one receiver? It's not like he's gonna get all their touchdowns. They're just all gonna be bad.
Dude, I mean, he's gonna be
he'll probably be the best.
He'll be the best, but it's just not gonna be good.
I guess, but Crabtree's gonna be. I think he's gonna be I'm not expecting a ton of yards.
He's even good on the Raiders.
Yeah, dude. No, look up his numbers. Crabtree.
To the game logs we go.
To the game
he's
logs.
had good games.
He's gonna be a big. I'm not expecting 1,000 yards. I'm thinking maybe right below it, but he's gonna be a candidate for a lot of red zone opportunities.
If they can get down to the red zone, the Ravens have had one of the worst red zone offenses in the past 5 years. That's why I got Justin Tucker, because
he was not.
They cannot put the ball in the end zone. But maybe
he had 14
Crabtree
games,
will help him out with
600 yards. 8 touchdowns.
8 touchdowns. I'm saying
3 of them coming in one game though.
I guess, but he was
didn't have over 100 yards once in one game. He went 83, 80, 70, 82, 52, 24, 83, 40, 41, 51, 60, 39, none. 17.
I know I don't want to make excuses, but Derek Carr underperformed last year.
And you think Joe Flacco's gonna be better?
Look at the season before when the Raiders were rolling and they made the playoffs.
But the Ravens aren't gonna roll and make the playoffs.
Dude, you don't know that.
The Ravens were
dude, I do.
Their defense is year in year out always
barely
seems to be just a force. But
similar thing.
Yeah, no, but every single game, Crabtree in 2016 had between 8 fantasy points and 13 fantasy points.
That's what I want.
That's what you want. And if you're getting a guy in the 7th round like these guys are going,
he dropped 0.5 in one game.
That's one game.
4 in one game. He had 2 in one game.
You're looking at the wrong thing. I promise
2016, look at 2016 right now. He had 8 touchdowns the whole year, but 3 of them came in one game, just like
that was last year.
It happened back-to-back years in 2016 and 2017.
Who's it?
I don't
3
know.
touchdowns in one game.
You really can't get more consistent than 2016, Michael Crabtree.
Yes, you.
No, you know what you can do?
Every year
2016 Eric Decker.
Eric Decker.
That was a consistent player, dude.
Yeah.
He did what I said between 8 and 13 fantasy
Crabtree
points.
did not do that.
But
bring him back.
Yeah, dude. What happened to Eric Decker? That's someone I can get behind.
He's another dynasty player that
doesn't have a team. Yeah.
Eric Decker, DeMarco Murray, Adrian Peterson, Des Bryant.
We should do an entire Hogline podcast episode on your dynasty football team, because it's amazing how it has just gone down the drain so
bring
fast.
the whole league on this show. Okay, bring Ryan. Bring another one. I'll go 3v1. I'll take all you on right now.
That would not go well.
I think it would.
Not.
It really wouldn't. It would be a bunch of nonsense.
I'm ready for this.
Bunch of tomfoolery.
Oh my gosh.
I'll leave it at this. This will be our final thought on this. Des Bryant is not going to be a top 6 wide receiver.
Oh my god. Let's be honest. He's not going to be a
It
top
just
wide receiver on
depends
any team.
what team he goes to.
You know how many fantasy
know.
points Des Bryant will score this season?
You don't think he's gonna play for a team?
He'll score as many as us right here at the table. 0.
Ooh.
Big fat
I
0.
know.
Oh my.
What I'm
hot
saying
take.
is, if he's
Hot
on
take.
a team, he is talented enough to be a top 6 receiver in the league.
I will give you that. I think he's going to play this year with a fire because he's upset,
That,
but he doesn't have the ability anymore.
but he had.
He's too old.
He's okay.
And he dropped.
He's not
Des
even
dropped that
30.
catch.
He's not even 30 years. Des caught it.
Des did not
Des
catch it.
caught it.
Des did not catch it.
Caught it. But
Episode
anyway.
5, episode 5, just going to be if Des caught it.
Des caught it. Oh my god.
But it's because the past 2 years, he's had bad chemistry with Dak. You get him with an experienced quarterback like Romo, and he's gonna do well.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
I do.
All right. We're going to wrap it up here today. Thank you for listening to episode 4 of the Hogline Podcast. Thank you, boys, for coming on. Where can
It
they
was an
find
honor.
you on Instagram?
_Jack.Manis_.
At Tyler Brackman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And be sure to follow at the Hogline Podcast on Instagram and my personal page at Mitchell Manis.
And please, it would mean a lot to us if you donated to the Patreon. Just anything you contribute goes a long way.
Even $1, just goes a long way.
Long way.
We're working on a YouTube channel, so our content will be on there. Just been a little lazy. No
Can't wait for
no
that.
excuses for that, honestly. It'll be up soon. Don't worry. And iTunes, don't know what's up with them either. They haven't got back to me, but I'm gonna.
Really?
Yeah, I'm gonna follow
Keep
up with
trying.
them. Yeah, you got to, because this got to go on Apple Podcasts. It's got to.
It's too good content not to be
too
on
good
Apple Podcast. Can't wait for this to be the #1 grossing podcast on Apple Tunes.
Once we're on Apple
Apple
Podcasts, once we're on Apple Tunes, be sure to rate and review us.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So,
Absolutely
That is-
destroy that like button when you're
Uh-huh.
done listening to this, please.
Uh-huh.
all right,
A
that'll
lot
be
of
it.
fun. Thanks for everything.
Sounds good. Peace.